Yeah, that's a bit minky, but what certainly isn't minky is this Telecaster rip-off, which Neil basically had this idea of, after he spent a load of money on some parts for a Telecaster that he wanted to make, the Miami Vice Telecaster we reviewed, he thought, well, sod that, I'm going to try and save a bit of money here for once and try and build a guitar for, say, 400 quid was what we thought was probably the benchmark for getting a quality sort of instrument created. The Telecaster is probably the easiest out of the lot to build yourself if you want to build yourself one. The neck sort of bolts in there, and you can get pretty much whatever type of neck you want. Now, I said to him I really like ebony, so he's bespoke a bit of ebony on the fretboard here with pearl inlays. And unlike a lot of Telecasters and Fenders in general, which I can't stand, this feels quite chunky and it's still a bit thin down here, so it's not like a Gibson there, but everywhere else it feels really nice. So Neil, we need to sort of break down the where you're getting your money, where you're putting your money, and this is the thing about this is you're not getting a manufactured guitar with 100% markup and V8, well I mean you get VAT on it, but you're putting the money where it counts. So the neck, Neil, where was that from and how much was that?
The neck came from AxesRus.
Right, okay.
Which is they're like a UK company. They've got a funny little, quaint little website, and you look at it, you think, dare I order anything from them? But actually, they were really good. It was dispatched the next day, tracking numbers, £100 for that neck. Yeah. Came with the nuts, but you have to slot the nut. Well, it is slotted, but it's nowhere near, not close enough.
So you have to file it down.
I had to do the filing for the strings, so I bought some nut files from Stu Mac in the States. So that's the neck.
You need to buy some tools if you want to do these. What are these?
Wilkinsons.
Wilkinson sword?
No, not a Wilkinson sword. They're Wilkinson, just standard pickups. But I think they were about 35 quid on eBay.
They're tuning pegs, mate.
Tuning pegs. Yeah. About 35 quid on eBay. But they're good, they're quite nice, fine adjustments. They don't go out of tune. You know, I spent 80 quid on the Spurzels on the Miami Vice Telecaster.
These are like Grovers, really, to me. That's what they feel like.
But Wilkinson's a big name in guitar parts.
Fine. This
genuine Goto brass bridge.
Yeah, brass, isn't it?
Yeah, it's chrome.
Oh, okay.
Which I think I paid about 50 quid for. Again, can't remember where from. Just on eBay, I think I bought that.
Pickups.
Pickups are Tonerider, and Tonerider is an English guy that lives in China with his wife and has those pickups made. You can go to his website and buy them.
Well, what we'll do...
I think they were 55 quid for the pair.
Right, okay.
And now the blues, the more bluesy ones. He does some hotter ones, but I went for the sort of bluesy ones.
The body, where did you get that from?
That was from a really good guy called Arnie. He's starting a guitar shop called RC Guitars, and I'll put some details on across the video. I bought that from eBay, but it was from his shop. He'd had a couple of bodies commissioned. I think he'd used one and he just wanted to sell the other one.
Right. So you might have knocked it down on the price.
I paid about 50 quid for that body, finished.
Yeah.
And if you show it to the camera, you can see it's actually got a lovely flame top.
A nice flame on it.
It's not really flashy, but it's finished really nicely. And I have to say, he was a great guy to deal with. So really, really good. If you want to buy anything,
I'm not keen on blue guitars, but this one looks all right. And I've been playing it for a little bit. And normally, you know, Tellies are probably about the only Fender that I don't mind playing really. Unless you can come up with something different, but so let's just
controls. We didn't talk about controls.
Yeah, well, what's special about these?
They're CTS pots, both the volume and the tone. Switchcraft switch, and I've got a very old Russian oil in paper capacitor, 0.47 microfarad in there. Which is, if you look at it, it's massive. It's huge. Yeah. If you look at the capacitors on a new guitar, like these thin film ones,
it's probably because they were part of Chernobyl.
You pay a tenner for a capacitor like that. You probably pay 50 pence for.
They're radioactive, aren't they?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, you're glowing as we speak.
Right. Okay.
And not in a good way.
So, okay, so there's lots of quality pieces, so what does that add up to? Well, this is clean, the tones, okay? We'll start here, work our way up here. It's only a three-way selector. Sound very nice. I like the, as usual, I like the middle one for clinky plonking stuff. You know? Right. Okay, the neck plays very well. It's got sort of fatter frets, and the back of it is like a natural finish, which is very smooth. And all in all, basically, I looked at this and I said, well, I mean, there's no strap things in here yet, but it was like, wow, this is. If you want to get this made by Fender, Tele made by Fender, that would be this sort of quality and sound and everything, you've got to be doing at least $1,000, and I think Fenders are way overpriced for the quality you get. There's so many bits and pieces, and it's heavy. I mean, we'll hear it cranked up now, and this will be the real acid test, won't it? There'll be a little bit of squealing feedback if I can control it because of the single coil, but it's pretty menacing actually. Not too bad really. It doesn't feed back like a screaming banshee because single coils would normally do that. I mean, P90s are sort of in between the humbuckers in the screaming back states, but that's pretty damn good. It's got a really lovely twang which you get with Telecasters, and if you really want that nice twang, but you can still overdrive the shit out of this as well. I mean, these are 50 quid for a pair of pickups.
They're really good. They come to pretty highly recommended. If you look at some reviews on the internet, Tonerider, lots of people really like them. I mean, I paid double, no, 4 times that price for the pickups on the Miami Vice Telecaster.
Sounds like a porn video label, doesn't it? Tonerider, Bone Rider, more like. Maybe that'd be a good idea for make the Bone Rider pickup or something. That'd be quite good. For all the guitar wanking I keep doing. Yeah, this is good. I really like it. The build quality is good, Neil. You've done a good job here. I think you probably have to set yourself up with a few tools, otherwise, you know, you'd be slipping the screwdriver and gouging out holes in things, which probably is a bit of a chance. But if you're a bit of a handyman,
build your own Telecaster.
Yeah. Get yourself a Fender sticker if you really, you know, stick one on there.
It's good because you learn to set up your own guitar as well. Yeah,
this is set up really well, Neil. I'm surprised, actually.
Really?
No, it's good. It's really good, Neil. He actually is getting to know what he's, you know, about the technical stuff of being my guitar tech, I think, from now on.
Well, we've got the Flying V that's being rebuilt as we speak, haven't we?
Oh yeah, he's doing a tasty little tone-up job on that. But okay, I'm going to play it in various states of heaviness, and then maybe we'll end up quiet for once. But all in all, if you want a really high quality Telecaster, don't buy a Fender one. Build it yourself.
Build one yourself. If you've got and you don't need a great deal of knowledge, to be honest with you. You can read. I learned everything by reading it on the internet and getting on some Stu Mac. I've got some great tutorials.
Stu Mac. They're in America, yeah.
But I can't. You know, if you could screw together an IKEA cupboard and you could use a soldering iron.
Yeah.
And put a plug socket on, you could probably build one.
Yeah, some people out there can't even do that. Can't even walk out the house without bumping into things. Anyway, okay, let's just play a few more tones. And this isn't a review of a commercially available product, but all the bits are available commercially. So maybe flick Guitarshaks an email or private message if you want some detail on the bits. We'll talk to you next time. Subscribe if you like the video, and you know, hopefully my V will be finished with new paint job and everything.
You've got to say hello to Arnie's son as well. Apparently he's a big fan.
Who?
Arnie's son from RC Guitars. Arnie's son's a big fan of Guitarshaks.
Okay, right. Cheers Arnie's son, and let's tear it up now, okay?